What it be, what it do? Today we're going to be talking about some of the finest internet marketing and SEO questions. Now what we have in front of me here is a list of questions. We have 30 questions that have been collected from a number of different internet marketing and SEO type sites / forums of varying quality. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to go through some of these questions. They're mostly some kind of noob questions, a few like intermediate questions, things that people have asked on various forums. And we're going to answer these questions in no particular order. So what we're going to do is we're going to randomize the range and we will answer them in the order that we have been given here. Now we got a question here from one of the finest SEO forums, which is the Reddit r/SEO subreddit. Very nice. Very nice. Alright, so can someone explain like I'm 5-star ratings and search results? Alright, so there's a thing called structured data, which Hash Brown has written a guide on. And the way that this works is there's some metadata, some markup you can put in your page. So similarly to how you have a meta description, there's similar metadata you can do that has some markup for where you will indicate to search engines, this is what I want to show here. So you literally just say like, I want to show 5 stars next to my search result. There are a few things about that. So you're supposed to do it in a particular way where it's like not misleading. So you're not just saying show 5 stars next to everything, because that would be a way to improve your click-through rate. But you basically can do some workarounds to just get stars next to whatever you want. Like there's a plugin on WordPress called like KK Slider or KK Stars or something. Steve has another one that he talks about that is pretty useful or easy to use. The stars can be basically whatever you want. They can be a sum of user ratings. So you can have like rate our article from 1 to 5 and show an aggregate score. If you have a product review site, you can just have them be what you personally rated them as. So there's a lot of flexibility in what you can actually do while still following the guidelines for what you're like supposed to do. So it's literally just markup you put into your page as metadata. And if you want to know how to do the technical part of that, read Hash Brown's guide. Next, we've got a general question from the Warrior Forum. How can I increase my website's impressions? And particularly, he's talking about webmaster tools. Now, the first thing you probably want to note is that impressions is kind of a shitty metric. So that's not even like people clicking on your site. That's just like people seeing your site in search results. And something Hash Brown also pointed out is that it seems like there are like a lot of scrapers like SERPbook and so on that just crawl search results, and they can also fuck up your impressions because they're just like crawling through the top 10 pages for a million different results. So that can fuck up your impressions. As far as metrics go, they're probably one of the lesser useful ones. Although the other thing is that Webmaster Tools is also not super helpful. Like they don't give you a ton of data relative to, well, there are some good third-party proprietary tools, and then also like even just your analytics will generally have more information because Google generally doesn't give you that much info from Webmaster Tools, and they'll redact a lot of stuff and like not show you what the keywords are and so on. But really, like, to answer this question, the answer is like just do general SEO and like make your site rank better, and you'll get more impressions. There's not really like a fancy intricate answer specific to impressions relative to like clicks or just general ranking of sites. What do these people in the comments say? Just stupid advice. It's just your keywords ranking. Look at how your keywords rank. It's like, yes, rank better for better terms. Do SEO. All right, this is a stupid question. Next, from the Builder Society, we have a question on silo structure. For those of you who don't know, the concept on silo structure, and this is really more for like larger sites, is that like if you have like 1,000 pages or more than that, 1,000 is not even like that large, but you might have your homepage, and your homepage has a sidebar. Your sidebar links to like shoe reviews, coat reviews, pants reviews, and each of those are a parent level page, and then they have a tree where they link down to child pages. So you have homepage links to shoe reviews, then links to like 20 different pages or 100 different pages, shoe brand 1 review, shoe brand 2 review, shoe brand 3 review. So they're all kind of clustered within that section, and they're all linked on that page. You might have like a special bonus sidebar where like if you're in the shoe review section, you have a special extra sidebar that is just links to the reviews for that section or whatever. So you're kind of grouping everything together in sort of like a tree-like structure. And the idea behind this is that if you have a site that has a lot of pages, it helps organize everything semantically. So like it's good for just general organization, but it can also help funnel your authority around the relevant stuff. So all your links about shoes, a link to anything in the shoe category will kind of have the authority flow around through the shoe section. Same for the other sections. So it's basically a way of trying to get your authority to flow to other relevant pages in a fairly organized way. First of all, like if you don't have a large site, you don't really have to worry about this too much. What is the actual question? This is a question that starts to get like super autistic. And by autistic, I mean like really kind of like looking at like the nitpicky fine details. And on one hand, I think it's good to be kind of autistic and like hammer out what actually works for these kinds of really specific things. But it's also kind of at the point where it's like where you're really obsessing over fairly minor structural things. What I'd probably do for this guy, like unless he has like millions of pages, is what I'd probably do is just do whatever like makes more sense from a user experience perspective, because you're kind of getting into like the sub silo of like the first silo, and that's usually excessive for most people's use cases. And also the other thing you can do if you are doing like a top 10 articles, you can like put the sections in like drop downs or something, so like there's all the content but it's kind of like hidden, or you can navigate it more easily. 30k words is really long though. All right, we have another question, fairly generic, from Wickedfire. How to promote an affiliate website. So this is super broad. Let's see what the actual users on this forum already said. Content is king. What is this? This is from a few years ago. This is actually an old thread, apparently. Probably there aren't. I don't know if a lot of people still post on Wickedfire. This is stupid advice. Like, here's the realistic answer. Okay, you want to do affiliate marketing? There's two ways you can do this. You can rank things for specific terms, so you do like a product review site. So you try to rank for review of Sony camera brand or model 12347C. You try to rank for specific terms that are very specific in search engines. So that's the first way. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of doing that. Hash Brown has done a lot of that. Huevos Rancheros has done a lot of that. A lot of people have done a lot of that. And you can make some pretty good money doing that. So you rank for people who have buyer intent for your specific product. So you get good conversion rates because they actually want to buy the specific thing that you have. So like really, like 90% of fucking affiliate marketing is going to be that kind of shit. The other way you can do this is a little more broad, and this is what we actually do with 256 kilobytes. We have some offers on our sidebar where we say, hey, this is the hosting we use. These are some WordPress, premium WordPress themes we use, and so on, stuff we actually recommend. It's on our sidebar, and the benefit to this is, one, like actual users can go and find those offers, and they're actually good. But the other thing is, like if DreamHost shuts down or like tries to fuck us over, or like one of those deals becomes terrible, we can switch them out in like 12 seconds. So we're not being so reliant on, for example, if we rank for a specific product review and that product goes out of business, or Amazon changes their payout rates or whatever, that's going to fuck us over pretty badly. But if we have more general stuff, we have a general either community in this case, or like YouTube, people will do like, here's a video, and at the end like, oh, this is a tech channel, buy our fucking shitty VPN, or like buy this particular Skillshare is one that people shill for all the time on like informational channels. But like the thing is, if you decided Skillshare is trash, you could switch that with like Udemy or like some other shitty informational site that has an affiliate program. So there's basically two ways: either rank for really, really specific terms and hope that no one like goes out of business, and then the second would be that you have a much larger net and you have actual specific products, and then you say also you can do this. That's going to have much lower conversion rates, but if you are able to get the volume of traffic and you're marketing to an audience that is actually interested in your affiliate offers, you can make up for the decrease in conversion rate with the volume of traffic. And you have a lot more control rather than handing all the control over to like whether Amazon will change their affiliate payout rates. So you can just change things out with a lot more flexibility. So those are basically your two methods to affiliate marketing very broadly. Fifth, do SEO metrics stay the same? This is from February 3rd, 2019. Yeah, they will stay the same. They might fluctuate slightly, but if there are links pointed at a page, and even if the page has no content, like as far, well, the internal links might be affected if you don't put anything back up on the site. But the links will stay the same, so the rankings should stay the same indefinitely. If you want to make sure the rankings stay the same, then if you're doing like an expired domain thing, you should actually probably re-register the thing. Well, if you bought a whole site, the rankings will stay the same. Page rank and domain authority and page authority and so on. Like if you actually just bought a wholesale site, if you just have a domain, they might be affected because you don't have any internal links anymore. So I don't know how long exactly that would take, maybe a few weeks or a few months for them to actually update, although they probably still would have pretty close to the same rankings. Like there are some sites that I know are no longer things where like even though there's no real pages on them anymore, they'll still say like the same kind of metric. So this should basically stay true indefinitely. Although it kind of sounds like he's just trying to like flip domains. Best SEO plugins for WordPress. Fuck all of these. Yoast is stupid as hell. It's just completely pointless in my opinion. It's just a glorified way to add meta description. Some people like it because they give you all these nice green lights. So you think you're doing a really good job, but it's just stupid, like general guidelines that are not really super helpful. Yoast is bullshit. Hash Brown and Huevos Rancheros, or particularly Hashbrown particularly likes the rank math plugin, so you should check out rank math. Maybe Hashbrown will post like a comment here and talk about that more. More traffic from organic search. This is so broad it's almost not answerable. Well, the first thing you should do if you're really early on in the process of trying to do SEO is you should do keyword research and then on-page optimization and then off-page optimization in that order. So if you have terrible keywords, it doesn't really matter how well optimized your site is on page because your keywords are terrible and they're either too hard or they're like not keywords where like no one cares about them or they have no volume or whatever. So you have to have good keywords to have good on-page optimization. Or before, if you don't have good keyword research, your on-page optimization is irrelevant. Same for off-page optimization and on-page optimization. If your site is like not optimized correctly, like your keywords aren't even like on your page, like they're not in the title or whatever, there's a lot of factors, like that's kind of a generalization. But if your on-page optimization is terrible, it's kind of irrelevant how many links you build, like you're not going to rank very well. Although on-page optimization is actually pretty straightforward. There's a video guide that I made the other day and you should watch that. Do keyword research first. We have several guides on this website on 256 kilobytes. Then do on-page, and then finally do off-page. Like, do off-page last. Like, absolutely last if you're new to SEO. Keyword research, then on-page, then off-page, in that order. All right, we got a quality thread from Black Hat World. Chef Hat World. This is a question where this guy is, like, just about to, like, fuck his whole business over. Like, I feel bad for the guy he's working with. So, here's the thing. First of all, he says, we own several domain names that are old. First of all, that's not very helpful necessarily. Old domains can be authoritative, but the fact that your domain was registered once in 1998 and then like shut down for like 20 years and you grabbed it, like that's not a good domain name. Domain name age is not a ranking factor in any meaningful way. Like, it might be very marginally as, like, a spam flag. The relationship between domain age and how well a site's ranking, like, there's probably a correlation, but it's not really, but it is not a causal relationship. And you can look at, like there was, like, a Joe Biden site. There's, like, a site that was registered, like, yesterday ranking for, like, Joe Biden because it had a bunch of links. Like, it doesn't matter that it was registered literally fucking yesterday and is a .info because it got a lot of, links. And I'm not talking about Joe Biden's official site. I'm talking about a parody site of Joe Biden. So you can rank like with really new sites, and you can fail to rank with old sites. So it's not even a fucking ranking signal. So that's a stupid point. What you should do, like honestly, nothing. You should do nothing. I already stated my opinion on making like PBN networks or 301 redirects in the guide on link building methods. And I would say don't do either of those things. Like it's fucking gonna be a disaster, particularly for them. Like they probably don't know anything about building PBNs either, so I would not recommend they do anything with these domains. What is it? What's fucking our homeboy Barto Simpsonio? I mean, he literally said the same thing that I said, except I would not do that though, because I think the guy's too retarded to do it correctly, and I think it's a waste of time even if you do it correctly. I would not do anything with them. How did they even get these domains? But there's the real question. If they're like real sites that are actually real, there might be something. If they're just domain names, it's a stupid question. They were never used for anything. Yeah, they're trash. It's a stupid question. Definitive answer given. Thread LLC. Warrior Forum. Great taglines. Honestly, people think about like taglines and like the perfect brand name too much. The answer is basically just, I don't know, whatever sounds good. There's not like a forum. There's not really a formula to that. There's not really a formula. If you need like something eye-catching, this isn't really so much of like a tagline, but like if you need a good title tag, having numbers works. Having things like in brackets can work. You can sometimes put like emojis in title tags. That's kind of stupid though. The answer really is like just fucking wing it. There is no special answer. You're fucking like branding. It doesn't even really matter what you do. Like you just have to have a brand. Your brand could be like the stupidest shit ever. So the answer is literally do whatever you want. Alright, we got the Moz Q&A forum. Getting lots of links from one single domain. Recently, while checking my site on Ahrefs. Wow, just shit in Rand Fishkin's mouth. You're on the Moz forum talking about Ahrefs? Fuck you. Who does that? Alright, so anyway, the answer to this is probably like, so there's a thing where like, so if I have a page called like website.com/article, there might be like a URL parameter called like $ref equals 12 or something, or like $ref equals 13, or like Twitter ID equals, like there's a bunch of arbitrary URL parameters that can be added. Sometimes people like, basically the point is, humans will think, oh, I have one link on this site, but that link might actually appear on like 1,000 different valid URLs in some cases. I once left a comment on like Backlinko, not with my current site, but like some other site I had like back in the day. And Majestic was showing it as literally 300,000 unique links. Now, it was only one unique referring domain, but it was 300,000 links. That's not an exaggeration. It was literally 300,000 links from one blog comment, because there was a URL parameter called like Twitter referral ID or something, and there were like 300,000 valid like URLs with that parameter in it. So the short version is probably it's something like that, where it's actually like the same URL and there's one canonical version, but the backlink checking tool just doesn't understand. That's almost certainly why. So it's probably not even spam, and you probably don't need to worry about it. But even if it is like spam, people like start doing shit like, oh, I'm gonna disavow links. That's stupid. The adding links to the disavow tool is literally just like giving Google data to fucking train their anti-spam algorithms. Unless you're like actually building spam links, like you're not gonna fucking have anything to even bother thinking about. Like stupid random garbage is like, honestly, it'll probably even help you. Even if it doesn't help you, it'll just get devalued. Like I've never heard of anyone like, oh, like randomly like a stupid like directory linked to me, my site's de-indexed. That doesn't happen. So the answer is probably some like issue with like URL parameters, probably. Yeah, it's just some stupid shit with URL parameters. All right, fuck this thread. More from the Reddit SEO forum. Is Better Business Bureau worth it for the link? I'm glad this fucking post got downvoted. This is a stupid question. Hell no. Of course not. Fuck that. The Better Business Bureau, in addition to being like trash, it's not like they pretend like they're like a government organization or some shit. They're just a private company that posts reviews. They're trash. Fuck that. And no one even uses them except like elderly people, maybe. So no, the link isn't worth it for the point of the link. They charge like $700 a year. Or I guess I don't know, they charge different rates. The Better Business Bureau is a bunch of pretentious trash. Don't give them your money, that's retarded. And definitely don't do it for like SEO purposes. What domain name should I use? So this question is, basically, there's the .com. So if he wants the .com, he's going to have to say like the brand name. Or if he gets a .net, it's just brandname.net. Okay, so here's the thing. If brandname.com isn't available, someone already has that. And here's the thing. First of all, if you register brandname.net and someone has brandname.com, that's retarded for like 7 reasons, even though you can register the .net. Like if I registered fucking, like to be really blatant, like if I registered like Disney.info, like you're gonna get a fucking cease and desist letter like tomorrow. Even if you're not trying to impersonate them. Like if your last name is Disney, you might be able to get away with it. But like, you can't just like use the same brand name as someone else just because they didn't register it. That's not how copyright works. If someone has a trademark, even like a casual, like not officially registered trademark, like you can't just use their brand name. It's gonna cause confusion. And even if you didn't mean for it to cause confusion, you're opening a huge can of worms. There are infinite fucking variations. Don't register someone else's fucking brand name. Even if it's like a generic brand name where it's not even really quite a brand, don't do that shit. Don't register the .net when someone already has the .com. You look like a fucking idiot. What is better, SEO or PPC? Pay-per-click ads. So like bidding on ads or doing SEO. Okay, if you're asking yourself that question, the answer is SEO, because pay-per-click is just SEO, but you're throwing money around. So if you're new to SEO, don't do pay-per-click. You're just going to throw money around trying to do SEO and then losing money. So pay-per-click is certainly something you can make money with, but you need to know how to do SEO correctly before doing that. So it's a lot better of an idea to start with SEO and then do pay-per-click, not the other way around. So if you're asking this question, the answer is SEO. Minimum product price necessary to attract affiliates. So the answer is obviously anything. Like you can have affiliate marketing for like something that's really high volume but really low cost. Like people definitely do that. I don't think people even necessarily only care about high-value affiliate programs. So there's your obvious answer. But here's the other thing, right? First of all, fucking Neil Patel's an idiot. Don't listen to Neil Patel. Watch the video I just published 5 minutes ago. He's not an idiot, he's a guru and a hack. The thing about affiliate products, even if you can attract like cheap products, like if you have something where it's like bulk kinds of stuff or like renewal kinds of stuff, like a few dollars a month, even like $1 to $2 is actually pretty low for affiliate stuff. But there are affiliate products that people sell that are like a lot of times people do like Amazon affiliate shit for like things that are like $10 because you can sell a lot of them and it might be easy to rank. So it kind of varies because there might be like low competition for some shit. So there's your answer. But the other thing is, if you're considering starting an affiliate program, like your own affiliate program, it's a lot more complicated than you think. So first of all, you have to actually like verify that people aren't fucking you over, because you're gonna have a lot of people try to fuck you over if you run an affiliate program. People trying to like send fake referrals and so on and do like cookie stuffing and shit. But the other thing is, You also have to get people to trust you if you're just some new company. Like, Neil Patel could start an affiliate program because he's Neil Patel and he has a lot of followers. But if you're just some new asshole, like, people aren't going to fucking participate in your affiliate program. You need to have some kind of reputation somewhere, and ideally you need to already be selling a bunch of your own product or similar for you to even be able to really get into the affiliate market. So I would be very careful about even starting an affiliate program. Like, it's not free. You're not just getting people to send you free traffic like you might think. It's actually a lot of work to do something like that. Although there are things like plugins that will help do that for like really basic affiliate programs. Like, if you just want to let your clients refer new clients, you might do that. Like, that's probably the best way to start with an affiliate program, is use like a basic plugin to let your clients refer new clients. So you're only having people you trust refer new people. So you can handle a lot of the issues like that, or limit a lot of the risk. As to the exact price, it kind of depends. $1 to $2 is probably way too cheap. But like, you know, $50, $100, probably there's some like even web hosting. Like, most web hosting is like $100 to $200 a year for basic affiliate shit for like the price, and then the commission's usually like $50 to $100, so you get like half of the first year's total. So you definitely need to be like $2,000 to $3,000. Neil Patel's just a fucking idiot if he even said that. Neil Patel is wrong if he said that. Do Google rankings get affected when you switch server? So the answer should be no, that if you move your site between servers, it shouldn't affect your rankings. I moved from shared hosting to VPS with a money site, and it worked completely naturally. There was literally nothing that changed in any possible way. So I've done that. I haven't had any problems with that. That's what he's asking about. So there's your answer. If you're moving like from one domain host to another, the only thing I'd really worry about is like if you are retarded or like you fuck something up, you might, like, if your site goes down while you're doing it, or like if you don't, like, you move but there's like a redirect you should have set up on the new, like, you forgot to add like the www to whatever redirect, or like if you forgot to set some server setting on the new server, you might fuck something up. You might actually see your rankings go up. Like, if your site performance is really bad and like your new server is way better, it might get better. Although I think people overemphasize the performance of like site speed in search results. Although it certainly matters, but like there's kind of a part where it starts to like taper off, where like if you're at like 10-second load times, that's terrible. But under a certain threshold, like, you're not going to get that big of an impact on your search results just because you have a little bit faster server speeds. So the answer is nothing should happen unless you fuck up. Is affiliate marketing stable? And this is from a few years ago. The answer is yes until it's not. So the thing is, like Hash Brown has had some good sites that he said, like, suddenly the incomes change because like Amazon changed their affiliate payout for like one region, like the UK. They're testing out some new payouts and it's way lower. So like it's stable until it's not. Like, it seems like it's going to be stable, then it isn't. That's the other reason I recommend having like the structure we have on 256 kilobytes, where you have like a sidebar and like, here's our general offers. So like if one of the offers we were showing on our sidebar suddenly decided like they wanted to try to fuck us over. So like if suddenly we decided we didn't like DreamHost anymore for whatever reason, we could easily change it to something else, whereas we're not like locked into shilling just for DreamHost. So there's your answer. It's stable until it isn't. So it's not really stable. I personally just think it's too unstable to even do. Some people might disagree with this. So the answer is it's stable until it isn't. You should try to do your marketing in a way where you're not going to get fucked over just because something changes. What is the importance of AMP, accelerated mobile pages? The answer is they're not important. Don't use them. So the idea behind these is to like have a special version of your page that Google can serve because it's convenient for Google and they don't care about you. So that's your answer. Don't make your site like run on Google's special fucking custom JavaScript installation with their fucking guidelines. Do whatever you want. Don't suck off Google. Don't use AMP pages. They're trash. And they don't even really improve performance. There's probably someone who's like, oh, but I got some stats. Like, just make your site good and don't fucking, like, any site that's halfway decent loads fine on mobile. Like, as a user, I don't even want to browse mobile, like, or like an AMP page. AMP is just stupid. Just make your site not suck ass and it'll be fine on mobile. Don't do their stupid proprietary trash. Changing to forced non-WwW, bad idea. Personally, I wouldn't change this. I don't think there's a reason why you necessarily like, there's not really a benefit to using one over the other. It's your own personal preference. Personally, I use www generally. Sometimes people think that non-WwW is like more hip and sleek and trendy for like the modern era or some shit. If you really, like, I wouldn't bother doing it because I don't think that it matters, and I think that you would potentially open yourself up to like fucking up your htaccess file or whatever. I don't know, you could do it. I bet you would be fine. I think there's this kind of myth where people think that, like, if you change from one... Like, this guy says this here, like, you'll lose 15% of your link juice. I think that's just a myth. I'm pretty sure that's just a myth, because that doesn't make any sense. So if you're Google, and the pages are equivalent... Why would... Because, like, Google knows that sometimes you might suddenly install an SSL cert. Now it's HTTPS. They know that's the same page. That's one of the most common redirects in the world. So I would find it very unlikely that Google doesn't just transfer all that authority completely. Like, I think the idea that you would lose, like, 15% of the link juice, I think that's bullshit. I think they certainly would handle that case correctly. Maybe it's possible that, like, AOL is retarded and, like, AOL's version of PageRank, like, fucks it up or something. I don't know. You could open a can of worms by fucking it up, and maybe you'd fuck over AOL. That's kind of like overthinking it. If you really want to do it, I would just do it and like not even worry about it. I think it's very unlikely you would run into any kind of problem. I think this guy is fucking wrong. He might have data. If someone has data to prove me wrong, I would actually like to see it. Like, I wouldn't say this with 100% confidence that I'm correct, but I'm like 90% sure that that's bullshit. Like, that you're just going to get the complete amount of authority. The idea that you just lose... I've heard several people say this, and I'm pretty sure that's completely wrong. So, I wouldn't change it personally. Like, I would just choose one at the start and leave it at that. But if you really wanted to, for your own, like, just visual enjoyment, if you really wanted to, you could do it. It's a neutral idea. How do you do your keyword research? There's a whole thread on this. There's a whole thread on keyword research. It's like a 3-minute video. Just watch that video. Can SEO be a career? So the answer is obviously yes. Some people do SEO as like a career, and that could either be as like a contractor doing SEO services or selling SEO services, or it could be as you like personally ranking your own sites. Now here's the thing. I wouldn't recommend that you like think of yourself as like, I'm an SEO consultant. I do SEO. I think that's stupid. I think what you should say is like, you should be like, I run websites that sell things, and one of the ways we do that is through search engines. Like, you shouldn't obsess over particular platforms. So there's a lot of ways you can make money with a website. Social media, search engines, potentially general referral traffic, or like people actually sharing your links if you are in like a pretty white hat niche. So you shouldn't do SEO. You would become way too reliant on specifically Google and other search engines a little more broadly. No, I wouldn't recommend that you do SEO, but yes, internet marketing can be a career, and you can make a lot of money doing that, and one thing you might do is SEO. If you really want to just do SEO, you can, although I think you'll be shitty at your job if you only do SEO. Like, sir, I can do you a nice SEO. I sell link wheels. I'm on Fiverr. I have a fucking profile on Upwork and Elance, even though Elance shut down like 5 years ago when they were bought out by Upwork. So, yes, I guess, but you should do something more broadly. How many pages does Google crawl every day? Probably a lot. Probably that. That's not daily. Probably like millions or billions of pages. Probably a lot of pages. I have no idea. Who cares? This is a stupid question because it doesn't matter. Do orphan pages take away link juice? What? This is a stupid question. So they have orphan pages, which I generally wouldn't recommend having, but like whatever. There might be a reason why you would do that. So they have orphan pages, and then they get links, but like an orphan pages, this is backwards. So the page is orphaned from the rest of the site. The rest of the site isn't orphaned from the page. So the orphan page presumably still links to your homepage through the nav bar. It's literally the other way around. This is a stupid question. The answer is no. And it wouldn't be true the other way around either. Is domain authority a myth? What does this guy mean by this? So I think his question is basically like, he's not talking about Moz's DA, he's talking about like generally, like does Google consider stuff more like by individual page than like generally over like just the site in general? And the answer is like to some extent. Like they definitely care about like specific pages, and like they definitely care about specific pages, and like you won't just necessarily rank like a super hard word just because there's a page on your site somewhere. Like it kind of depends on your site structure. So like if your domain is very authoritative and you have something close to the homepage, that page has a lot of authority. If you have some random orphaned page, like there are pages you can get on like Huffington Post or like BuzzFeed, where it's like, oh, it's like DA99 or whatever. The domain is very powerful, but it's completely orphaned. So it's kind of just getting into the question of site structure. So domain authority is like not really like a myth, but it really depends on how your site is set up. Help recover lost traffic from robots.txt error. These are some stupid questions. These aren't stupid questions. This guy is obviously kind of a novice. Like he says down here, like we never moved to SSL because we thought we would lose traffic. That's dumb. Just move to SSL. Well, again, I don't take Google's word very seriously a lot of times. They even are they obsessively want people to move to SSL. Like the idea that they would be like, they moved to SSL, but there's a 301 from HTTP. Like, that's stupid. They're gonna fucking just treat it as the same page, but probably better, because now you have the thing. I'm sure they handle that case. So do that. But that's not his question. His question is like, will you get the traffic back? Probably. How long was it down? 2 weeks? Like, that's kind of fucking, that's some incompetence. I think they will. Like, they just fixed it. Like, Jesus, this is why people shouldn't, like, fuck around with robots.txt files. Honestly, I think for the most part, people just do more harm than good by fucking with robots.txt files. Like, if a bot is actually trying to fuck you over, they'll just ignore your robots.txt. And if it's, like, an actual bot, then they probably, like, there's no harm in them crawling your staging site. Like, what I do with my staging site is I just block, like, every IP except for, like, the IP I'm actually working from. It just says, like, this is a staging site, fuck off. Like, I think they fucking are just complete amateurs. Just don't do this. There's your answer. Don't do this. That's a shitty answer, but, like, first of all, don't do this, and the answer is probably yes. Like, they should get their position back. They might just end up waiting fucking forever for everything to get recrawled. Like, if they still have their links and it's the same content, it should return. It might just take a while, though, like, because everything has to get recrawled and they have to, like, process it with their fucking algorithm. Whoever did this did a massive fuck up. This guy is, he can do you a nice SEO. We'll say that. What is auto SEO? So there's a thing that used to be popular called, like, auto blogging, where you would basically just, like, scrape sites and so on and just, like, syndicate their content and put it on your auto blog and try to get like 3 cents a day. I think it kind of worked back in the day, but it definitely doesn't work now. Don't do auto blogging. It's just stupid. And part of the reason for that is, like, if your site doesn't have any authority, like, it's going to take the original version of the article over your site because you have no authority. Even if it finds you first, like, if the other site just actually has authority and you're, like, some terrible fucking auto blog, you're not going to rank for any of this shit, and no one's going to read your terrible syndication site. Like, you would have to... Trying to do auto blogging is honestly going to be way more work than just having original content. So just don't do this. It's some stupid shit. What is this? Auto SEO. I don't know if he's even answering the right question. I don't think this guy even knows what he's asking. Actually, I don't even think the guy knows what he's asking. This question could refer to like 80 different things. It's a stupid question. Quora is like the asshole of the internet. Like, there's no good questions on here. It's all stupid shit and spam. All right, back to Moz, a high-quality forum. Do contextual backlinks provide value if no one clicks them? Yes. So here's the thing. Google doesn't know if you click the link. Like, if I have a link on, like, dogs.com, Google doesn't even own dogs.com. They don't know if someone clicked on a link on dogs.com, like, unless it goes to google.com. But they don't even have a way to access that data. So the answer is it doesn't matter. It's just whether the link exists. So the answer is it doesn't matter. They have no way of even telling whether people click links. So yes, you still get value. How much research is enough? So, like, how much should you study before you just do the thing? And the answer is, like, none. Like, don't even research at all. Stop watching this video. Get the fuck out of here. Really, though, like, just make your site and just, like, figure it out as you go along. Like, you'll figure it out faster if you just do it. Don't fucking spend forever reading shit like some fucking guru just, like, theory crafting about SEO. Like, there's stuff you can learn, but it's better to, like, try to do something and then, like, go look up what you need to do, like, on the way, so you're not just, like, kind of aimlessly wandering between shit. Like, just go make your site. Go to our how to make a website tutorial if you don't even have a site yet. Like, do that. Make a site. That's your first step. Just get a basic site up and then just do the thing. Don't think too much about, like, trying to research things in advance because you don't even know what you're supposed to be researching. So there's infinite things you could read about and a lot of them are stupid. Is Avada theme for WordPress any good? I don't know. I've never used it. Avado. Is it Avada or Avado? It's probably fine. I don't know. Like, I'm not a huge fan of, like, in general, premium themes on WordPress, like when I use WordPress. Personally, I don't think I'd even really pay for a premium theme. Like, Hashbrown and Huevos Rancheros both really like this GeneratePress theme. You can read their review of it and, like, their commentary on it. I don't know anything about Avada. I literally don't know anything about any premium WordPress themes. All the WordPress sites I've made, I've just chosen, like, a free theme and then just fucked around with the style sheet for, like, an hour. You usually don't even need to, like, do anything that fancy. I mean, the whole point of WordPress is to not, like, do anything that fancy. You just get up, like, quick affiliate sites, and you have, like, a logo or something, but you're not really fucking around forever. What is your domain finding process? Not expired domains, cheap webs or full websites. Like, they want a site or a domain. What is this? ihdbarber.com. Is this a live site? It's like, is this Michael Jackson? What the fuck am I looking at? It's an essay writing site. This is a fucking PBN. This is a terrible PBN too. Like the worst PBN. The worst fucking PBN is a terrible site. Why would you build like a barber site as a PBN? This is a stupid question. Well, I don't know what platform they use, but you shouldn't use it because this is crap. Yeah, like that's true. If you're trying to get expired domains, like probably if you want to actually scrape your own expired domains, probably you could. I'd probably either write like some custom bot in Python or something, or what the fuck does Steve use? Does he use Scrapebox? I don't know. Fucking tell Hashbrown to post in the comments. And he had a setup he was using. Fucking Hashbrown was actually writing like a tool to scrape domains, so he might have a better answer on this. All right, finally. What's the best, white hat, gray hat, black hat? Well, this is kind of a hard question to answer because it's unclear, like, what exactly... This guy's just shilling. It's unclear, like, what you even are asking. So, the answer to this, and I've talked about this a little bit in the past, is there's something I call the autism faggotry spectrum. So, there are certain niches where they really lend themselves to black hat shit, and certain niches where they really lend themselves to white hat shit. So for example, say I have a site where I sell crack cocaine, or like Viagra, or like the best cheap online slots, or like Clash of Clans hacks, or stupid trash that like no one wants to look at or share. It's hard to do white hat SEO when you sell like fucking Clash of Clans hacks or like fake fucking Viagra or whatever. No one's gonna link to you and be like, oh, I just want to share this nice story that a fucking man wrote in broken English about cheap off-brand Cialis. So some niches are really hard to do white hat SEO in, and that's usually why they're black hat. Like, it's usually not that people are like, oh, I want to run a black hat site, or I want to run a white hat site. It's usually, I'm in this niche, the optimal strategy is this, I'm going to do this. That's usually how it works out. So it really depends on your niche, first of all. Second, like, which is the best? Like, honestly, most good black hat SEO is, like, basically just white hat SEO. Like, for example, like donor links I was talking about the other day, it's like, that's pretty much like black hat SEO, but you could be a relevant company and donate to a pretty, like, real company that you actually like, and you could get a pretty solid link out of it, and that's pretty much white hat SEO. So the answer is it depends on your niche, but if you're doing black hat SEO at all, like, if that's the niche you're in, you probably want to do it in a way where it, like, basically ends up being, like, or at least looking like white hat SEO. So it depends. It depends on your niche. That's the main thing. Like if you're in a really faggy niche where you can just, like, shill on social media, which, like, our niche is even pretty white hat. Like, people kind of share this content naturally. Then white hat is better just because it's easier. Like, black hat SEO involves a lot of overhead that people don't understand. Like, there's a lot of overhead in black hat SEO. If possible, do white hat SEO. If you can't do white hat SEO, like, if your niche just doesn't do white hat SEO, the answer is, like, I guess gray hat SEO. It really depends. Alright, that's all 30 questions answered. You can comment below if any of these questions you have a different answer to or you disagree on. If you have any other random SEO questions, this is the, we'll make this like an SEO master thread or something, or maybe not. I don't know, you'll find out. If you have any other, like, stupid SEO questions, even just stupid shit, I won't even talk shit about you if you post on the site. I'll just talk shit about everyone in this video, but, like, no, I won't talk shit about you in the comments. Then you can post in the comments, I'll probably even answer it. Alright, sir, I can do you a nice SEO. Get the fuck off my lawn. Very nice.